Okay, so this is a talk about developing effective community network analysis tools according to visualization psychology. So within the realm of health psychology, we have a range of different disorders, heart disease, stroke, cancer, etc. And they lead to certain psychological outcomes such as stress, smoking, weight, etc. We have certain biopsychosocial models which are help us to predict and identify certain interventions to help with these particular disorders. And one way that we can help facilitate the health psychology community is by engaging with certain visualization tools such as community network analysis tools, which typically use something called Cohen's K and produce node link diagrams. Now, this is obviously an example of data visualization aiding and facilitating health psychology in this particular example. But we have to ask broader questions. Broader questions could be things like, can we actually trust these visualization tools? What is the risk to healthcare professionals? What is the risk to researchers? And what is the risk to patients? So to what degree can we actually trust these visualization tools? So this could be a prime question for a subject area such as Viz Psych, who are interested in things like trusting these visualization tools, typically within a psychology domain, where psychologists are looking at these visualization problems, not just at an application level, but at a more fundamental level. So Viz Psych is not something that is a psychology or data visualization. It's somewhere in between. It's something that is aiding both domains by looking at these more fundamental questions. So we know how psychology may help visualization. It can help with obviously spatial memory, working memory, motivation, confidence, visual search, trust, and so forth. Now, an example of this in the area of epidemic management, we could ask, for instance, can visualization improve cognitive effectiveness and efficacy in monitoring processes? With data visualization, will data analysis suffer from things like intentional blindness? So we're asking, to what degree can these visualization outputs actually have a negative impact to maybe a health psychologist who's trying to help his patients, or the NHS or something? So we're asking, will it lead to things like intentional blindness? What are the limits of working memory? Can that affect our processing of visualization patterns? And we want to be able to collaborate and communicate with others in the community and the people that we're trying to serve more effectively, but we don't know the limitations unless we study these things. So it's about visualization psychology is about very much about the studying of these more basic visualization properties from a psychology perspective. Now, should data analysis share their visualization images with the public? And how is the interpretation of visualization affected by things like knowledge and experience, tasks and motivations, emotions, language, and culture? Again, very much psychology-based type of questions which can facilitate the visualization community, which can then strengthen tools which then can facilitate the psychology community. Example 2, in community care and management, can visualization help motivate patients to follow a treatment plan, to reach out to others in a similar situation? Again, questions that could be asked within a visualization psychology domain. If so, what are the cognitive considerations, which include emotion and motivation, as well as many aspects of social psychology? What are the differences between using visual and non-visual means? Um, so we can ask all of these questions. So in conclusion, cognitive investigations into visualization. Start with using visualization in a community network analysis. That might be a good starting point. Then expand to using visualization in other aspects of health science. So we can start by looking at the actual tools and asking these kind of more fundamental questions about bias and whether we should trust these tools, and then expand to what are maybe the applications to developing new models in health psychology. So we're fundamentally trying to draw generalizable conclusions on fundamental questions about visualization. So we feel that this might be a better way of creating strong focus on these more fundamental aspects about how we can get psychologists on board learning about visualization who may typically not even be familiar with visualization. Psychology has a major problem right now with lots of individuals not even understanding anything about these visualization tools. So there's limited communication with the visualization community at this stage, with it largely being a cognitive community. So again, one of the motivations is to broaden the scope of visualization within psychology and drawing more people from psychology to study visualization, develop these tools, and then focus on the appropriate applications. Okay, so thank you very much.